and Jonathan. Please welcome Mr. Prince.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am so excited to be here because I get a chance to take you on a journey. How many of you know that you have a time machine? Oh, somebody raised their hand. I'm going to prove to you that you have a time machine. Our time machine is either our memory or our vision. We're able to think back to our past, things that we've done and stuff that we've gone through. But we're also able to picture our future. It was Albert Einstein that said, imagination is everything. It's the preview of things to come. So I'm talking to you today about prioritizing. And what can you do to make a better future? You can imagine it. You can imagine a future that you want, but not only imagine it, you can also build it. What is your priority? Where do you want to be from here? Anybody that uses a GPS system, it's actually for your destination, but if you don't have the locations turned on, it says, where are you? Where are you? You have to be honest enough with yourself to see where you are, but you also have to be honest enough to see where you're going. And no GPS system is going to navigate a route, going to show you how to get there if you don't have those two things in place. So when we talk about prioritizing, we're talking about where you want to be. And that starts with your imagination. That starts with you envisioning your future. That starts with you understanding where you want to be. I have, as she mentioned, 5 kids. And I spend a lot of time talking. And I tell people all the time, if I actually disciplined my children every time they did something wrong, I would have to contract it out. I would have to put it out for bids. But I told them, I said, listen, I'm not raising children. I'm raising adults. And they look at me like, what do you mean? We're not adults. I said, right. I said, okay. Do you wait until you get to school to put your school clothes on? I said, no. I said, you wait till you get to church to put your church clothes on? They say, no, sir. I said, do you wait until you get in the swimming pool to put on your bathing suit? They say, no. I said, that's right. So you always get ready somewhere else. You always get dressed somewhere else. I said, well, you don't wait till you become an adult to learn how to be one. I said, now is the time, and this is the place that you learn the skills you're going to need to be an adult. And if we never look at where we want to go, how can we get there? I remember when I first started my job, I used to come dressed for work. And some people are like, well, Sakona, in fact, you're making us look bad. No, I'm not making you, I'm not dressing for where I am. I'm dressing for where I'm going. So when it comes to prioritizing your future, where is it you want to be? What are some of the things that you want to accomplish? What's the impact that you want to make? What's the legacy you want to leave? I was sharing a couple of years ago on a National Men's Prayer Call, and our subject was consistency. I told them, I said, well, consistency is really the second leg of a 4-leg race. And they were like, all right, Sakona, what are you talking about? I said, well, before you can be consistent, you have to be committed. Because without commitment, there is no consistency. You show me anybody that's consistent at anything, they made a commitment somewhere. And that's why you'll see them time and time again being about what it is they've committed to. But once you've been consistent over time, you can't help but be successful. If you bake cakes every week, you'll get better at it. If you cut hair every week, you'll get better at it. If you put on events, you will get better at it. That consistency leads to success. So that's the third leg of the race. But success over time leaves a legacy. What you become known for. When your name is called, people think about what it is you've done over your lifetime. So if you want to be successful, if you want to leave a legacy, you have to be consistent. But you can't be consistent without commitment. I want to encourage everybody here, not just the amazing admins, but those individuals who have the opportunity to mentor them. You really don't know what kind of impact that you're truly making I'm going to share the story and then I'm going to be done. I had a chance to speak at the retirement of a good friend of mine, and I told them that the quarterback is arguably the most influential player on the field. He gets a chance to call plays, he gets a chance to motivate the team, and he is considered a team lead. But I said, secondly, the most influential player on the field, in my opinion, is the wide receiver. Because the wide receiver has to get open for the quarterback to throw the ball. And most of the time, if they've gotten away from their defender, they'll wave their hand and say, hey, I'm open. So the quarterback knows I can throw them the ball. So at this guy's retirement, I started off with that presentation, and I told them, I said, little did you know that this guy that's retiring, he's a quarterback. Now, honestly, he didn't look like he played any sports at all. But the reality is, I said, when I had a problem, or when I was going through something or needed some advice, I would go to his office and say, hey, look, do you have a minute? I'm going to talk to you about something. And I would sit there and I would share what it is I was going through or what I was facing. He would sit back in his chair. He would gather his thoughts. And he would give me the wisdom that I needed to get through the situation. And so I told him, I said, everybody in this room has an opportunity to either be a quarterback or a wide receiver. If you have yet to reach the age or stage that you want in your life, you're the wide receiver. But you have to say, hey, I'm open. I'm available for the wisdom. I'm available for the input. But if you've reached a certain level in your life, if you made an impact to other people, you're the quarterback. You have wisdom and insight you can share with other folks. So don't take it for granted that you have a chance to make a difference in somebody else's life. You have a chance to pour into people. And I tell you one thing, they will never forget those who poured into them. So many things in life take stuff out of us. But how many people did we get around that actually pour into us? But in order for us to pour into other people, we have to have something within us. That's why I really love motivational speaking, because it's like I tell people, we make motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. And all of us have something we can offer. The only problem is we don't spend enough time understanding the value of it. And one of the greatest lessons I learned was from Spider-Man. I used to watch the cartoon in the 80s, and Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. I think our problem is that we don't see the responsibility that comes with what we have. So my goal is to help everybody understand you have something to offer. There's somebody that's waiting on you to show up. You are the aspirin to their headache. Don't let them hurt. They're starved of what you have. Don't leave them hungry. Somebody's looking for you. And those that are admins today, they're going to be leaders tomorrow. Give them an example of how this is how you lead. This is how you pour into somebody. This is how you invest. Show them how to lead by leading yourself. With that being said, I want to thank Tiffany for allowing me this opportunity to share with you about prioritizing your future. Not just yours, but the people that are coming behind you. Thank you so much. Thank you.